Good day, everybody. Woo. Today is a hot day. Welcome to Oshun and me. Firstly, I want to thank all my beautiful followers, for encouraging me to go back on Instagram. I had my Instagram account dormant. Anybody interested in checking that, it's Oshun Blessed Be, and same as YouTube, same as TikTok. My 20,000 followers have been they are extremely amazing people. You see the talent and the gifts in some of these people, it will floor you. I support my people, I support all my people, and I think some people underestimate their gifts. Some people are great chefs and cooks, and they do sewing and artistry and photographers. You name it. Everybody has their own gift, has their own sense of self, just for them to get that encouragement. Anyway, this segment is about sleep cycles. As I said in my last video, I wanted to speak about sleep cycles because a lot of people don't understand how important your sleeping habits are part of your spirituality. So I'm going to break down certain things that you would need to know when you're asleep, because when you're asleep, that's when your your spiritual frequency fluctuates. And some people get up very irritable. They don't understand why. When I ask them certain questions, they will really, when I tell them do certain things, they're like, since you told me do that, Oshun, since you told me that, it's been working for me. I've been sleeping well. I'm getting up good. I'm getting up with a positive vibes. Right. So I'm going to let you know what you should and shouldn't do during your sleep. And I'm going to start with mirrors. I did a video on mirrors, and I got a lot of positive feedback on TikTok with that. People was actually coming out and talking about their horrible experiences with having mirrors facing their bed while they're sleeping. Now, if you have a mirror in your bedroom, that is not a problem, but the mirror facing you, or facing you and your partner, or your child while you're all asleep, not a good idea at all. Right? People debunk that, but I tell people, just because you didn't experience something doesn't mean that other people haven't. I think that some people who act like that, who say, "Oh, that never happened to me, I don't believe in that," they are a bit narcissistic, don't you think? Just because it doesn't happen to you doesn't mean it doesn't happen to other people. That's like you're telling somebody, I have some people who are allergic to shellfish, right? Now, just because you're not allergic to shellfish, brother or sister, it would be very selfish of you to say, "I don't believe that people are allergic to shellfish. I don't believe people should stop eating shellfish because that is crap, because it never happened to me." Selfish much? Really? So back to people who have actually experienced this with these mirrors. When you have mirrors facing your bed, it is not a nice thing. What happens, because people fail to understand that mirrors are actually a spiritual door, portal. It's not just for you to look at your face and look all pretty. In ancient times, mirrors were used for spiritual purposes. Even now, there are a lot of people within different faiths, different practices, use mirrors for their purposes. There are good purposes, there are bad purposes. Mirrors can open portals to nice places and not so nice places. So I want people to understand the importance of not having that mirror there while they're sleeping, because when your frequency is fluctuating, sometimes you may attract the wrong type of spiritual energy and they would in turn see you, and they would in turn mirror you, right? Through the mirror. They may not be able to get to you at times, but they may be able to mirror your image. And through that mirror image, they're able to attack you or anybody else in your household, right? Because they may, I've had stories where people tell me, like their son or daughter, their child is in their room, their mirror, the mirror facing mommy and daddy bed, but son or daughter is sleeping in the next room, and then they would see mommy or daddy standing up in the bed facing them with a kind of evilish look. And sometimes they're not even looking evilish, they would watch you and smile, looking just like mommy or daddy. And one child told me mommy and daddy would tell them to walk out into the street and stand up there and stay there until they come back, until the child realized what was happening and ran back in and checked. That child was smart. Ran back in and checked on mommy and daddy, and mommy and daddy fast asleep. So the child woke them up and said, "Mommy, daddy, did you all not tell me to come out into the street and wait here until you all come back?" In the middle of the street. So that scared the bejeebers out of the parents. They came to me, I gave them some advice as to what they should and shouldn't do with that. It is very scary when people experience that. It is really horrific for some. So I tell people just to be safe. It's an ancient practice. A lot of Polynesians reached out to me on my TikTok telling me they still practice it. A lot of people in different cultures practice it. So the ignoramus type people who debunk why I actually put that up, I really don't take them on. I would say plainly, I don't give a two shits. I don't give a rat's ass or a flying F. You understand? What they think, because they are still caught up in their own world here, and they don't understand the spiritual aspect of things that are actually happening, that do actually happen to people. You understand? They still plugged into the matrix, as I would usually say, because they are blind to what's actually happening. So, as I said, try to avoid having mirrors facing your bed. I beg you, please, don't do it. If you have a mirror that you cannot move, cover it, right? If you have a mirror that cannot budge, even if you cannot cover it, like it's stuck to the wall, get some Bristol board and some tape behind it and stick it on the part where the mirror is, and cover it in the night. Please, make a curtain or something, curtain on the wall so you can run it across. Yeah, please. It's not a nice thing to experience. I've had people tell me they experience possession from negative entities through these mirrors, as they got up, they saw these things and it was trying to enter their body, right? I mean, they make so many movies, they hide so many things in plain sight to you all, and you'll just guffaw and laugh at it and think it's just a movie, right? It's just a movie. They put things in plain sight for you all to see, and you all don't take it on. Where do you think they get these ideas from? From stuff that actually happens. Stories and stuff that actually happens. Some of these movies are inspired by that. Anyway, so no mirrors. And when you get up, as they would call, some people would call ungodly hours, which I don't agree with, because every day, every hour of your life is precious. It's what you do with it. Because any hour in the day can be ungodly, depending on your mind and depending on the energy you're focusing on. So getting up 1 a.m., 12 a.m., 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., that is a sign. Ooh, it's warm in here. That is a sign for people when they get up that hour, for them to meditate, to say a prayer, whatever religion you're in, do what you have to do. Because if you don't do that, you're going to be focusing on negative energy. And around those times are charge-up times. So you can be charging if you get up in the morning that hour and you are negative and you're only focusing on the negative shit. You find that negative shit will be happening for the rest of the day or the rest of the week or the rest of the month. If you get up those hours, like I personally, I get up those hours. There are times I get up those hours based on what's happening to the elements out there. Sometimes, I would get up those hours. And I would get up and I would go and meditate. I boil my bay leaf tea. You all know I did, to my followers who are on YouTube here now, you all know I did a video on bay leaf tea. Bay leaf does heighten your frequency and relaxes you in a positive way, and it clears negative energy as well. Bay leaf is a negative energy clearing thing to have. So some people, I tell people, I burn bay leaves. I do certain things with bay leaf, and drinking it. I tell people, only thing I would tell you about drinking it regularly is make sure that you're not a diabetic, and because what bay leaf does, it does have good health purposes. If you're a diabetic, it helps control your insulin. But if you're taking medication with and drinking bay leaf regularly, what's going to happen? Your blood count may drop too low, and that's not good for diabetics either. So you find that you can drink a cup of bay leaf tea when you get up those hours and meditate. Positive meditate. That's what I do. I get up those hours, I meditate. After I meditate, I might go on my phone and flip through some funny videos or flip through my favorite music and up to that, or laugh. Start off your day positively. If you find like after you do that, but sometimes I will do that till morning. Or if you find like after a certain hour, after you get up and you do that, you want to go back to sleep, man. You understand? Go back to sleep. And you get up in the morning. As for getting up certain hours in the morning, like when you're getting up your regular hour now, before you step off that bed, you need to focus on yourself positively, focus on your day, channel your energy, because you're fully charged. You're supposed to be fully charged. When you have that charge, you're supposed to take that charge and focus on what you want for your day, what you want to happen for your day, right? Because if you get up in a negative way and you just get up and fly off and focus on, you're doing this, you're doing that, then you find your day is flustered, you're not sure about what's happening, you're lost. As I said, people do meditations. I do meditations. Some people call it prayer. As far as I can say, prayer is meditation. If you do that before you leave, step off your bed, even if you say something for about a minute, today is my day. I own my day. The main thing, I own my day. Today I am going to be positive. And even if certain things happen that are negative, I'm not going to focus negatively. Where my focus goes, my energy flows. There's a guy on YouTube, his name is Kenneth. That man's voice sexy too bad. And honestly, I love his voice. He has some amazing meditation, I am affirmations. You can look for him, you would hear his voice. Good day, I am Kenneth. Woo. I tell you, coming from the Caribbean girl, Kenneth, I don't know what you look like, but I tell you, your voice sexy. That relaxes me. You understand? I have a couple of his recordings, and I will sometimes share his YouTube link to people, or I will share his boy. He has there are some good I am affirmations. Amazing I am affirmations that he does, where you will focus on your health, on positivity. You get up in the morning, take 15 minutes before you come off your bed. And he has ones for you for the morning, and he has for the night. Yeah, I suggest things to people that other people have done. I don't see the problem with that because they are doing something positive. So once you do that, your day has now officially started. Your day is complete. I want to also discuss beacons and empaths when they are asleep, right? Especially beacons. You may wonder what a beacon is. I will tell you in the next segment what exactly a beacon is and explain to you in detail what their purpose on this earth is for. Because there are few of them. I've read people and realized they were beacons. I've counseled people because you all know I do counseling as well. I do CBT counseling, and I've counseled people and realized, with my spiritual aspect, that they are beacons. So we're going to discuss beacons in the next segment. Alright? Love, peace, and joy from Oshu. Oriye, love.